What's going on, world? All my beautiful ladies, all my fellas out there. Um, this the end of the experiment for me, y'all. Um, I started it way back in April, but again, the last videos that I was shooting, more importantly, I started on the 21st with a handle, right? You watched the handle. It's one of my first videos for this channel, and that handle was gone by Saturday. I actually, I bought it on a Thursday night after work, and I was actually pouring it with all the guys. Like, come on, it was almost 2/5 of alcohol, a little more than 2/5 alcohol. I couldn't. I wanted to share. But again, the consistent thing that I see is that once you start, it gets tough to stop, and it's because of the addictive nature of alcohol, for one. So once you start, it's kind of easy to keep going, even for normal drinkers, right? If there's a such thing, you know, I know plenty of people that could never identify as alcoholics, right? But they were never in control, right? A night of drinking turns into a morning of what the hell just happened, right? So an alcoholic experiences that more on a over and over and over kind of basis. Whereas a normal drinker, if you will, you know, they might do it for weekend warriors or stuff like that. But y'all, listen, the results are in. I think my furnace is about to come on, and it's loud. Hold on. So I really don't want to be long-winded on this one. I just don't. And I've been doing pretty good at that. Excuse me. But I believe this is the end. And when I ask how or why will this be the end, is because even though, well, I'm continuing with the experiment in terms of sobriety. Listen, I have lost everything due to alcohol. Like less than a year ago, a little like a year ago. I mean, I was homeless, and I'm not talking like, okay, I have a car, or I'm couch surfing. Like, I have nowhere to go, and it wasn't pride or ego, but when you make decisions, brother, right? If you eat some hot sauce, you better hope that you like hot sauce because your mouth is gonna be hot. So I did not feel like, how can I eat some hot sauce, then call my uncle like, hey, I need some water because my mouth hot. Like, well, you should have been anticipating that, in my opinion. So I had to really just think. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, on the 21st, I mean, I just look at this calendar, and I use Annie Grace's books and information, and I'm gonna get serious with it in terms of starting my YouTube channel, And in the beginning, I don't want to be an alcohol expert forever, because that's for me, not an expert, but knowledgeable about what's really going on. Sometimes we think, oh, I'm not an alcoholic, I can drink whatever. We're not gonna get into that, but this is just, I gotta keep reminding myself that in the beginning, this is just for me. And I'm really just sharing it. It's not just for me, but I'm just being public about my little journal that in 2023 we have. You can have a video journal, which is a vlog, right? Um, that this has got to be the end for me. Y'all, when I am sober, I am doing great in my life. You hear me? Don't even, if you can see it, you can see it. When I'm in the green, Romeo Jones is doing his thing. That boy managing his finances. He got things in order. As soon as I had one sip of this, right? Remember on the 21st, I said, hey, we're going to start this experiment, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not, okay, I'm mocking myself a little bit. But it did not go how I wanted. Actually, I started drinking a little bit too much. You know, I thought things was hee hee ha ha. You know, somebody did something to me that was very disrespectful. Pulled out a pistol, cocked it. You hit me, cocked it. Ain't busted. Like, come on, bro, don't do that. And I said it too. I'm not trying to be no tough guy, but I'm like, all right, I guess today my day. Bust that on, you know what I'm saying? Get down, you know what I'm saying? You gonna pull out a pistol. One. Two, cock it. Okay, bullets in the chamber. And that's the craziness of alcohol. Like, bro, these crazy people would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, he thought twice about it. We was in a very public area with cameras all over the place and stuff like that. But it was like, and now here I am, I'm drinking, I'm hee hee ha ha. And he didn't take what I did funny because I could play too much sometimes, right? But when I'm sober, I know how to be funny and giggle and laugh and smile, but I don't really play too much like that. Pulled out a Glock on me, yeah. Look like a nine, yeah. Like Glock 9, pull it out, cock it, you know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, what am I gonna do? Retaliate? But it's not even about that. That was just one random thing with that gallon, y'all. That gallon. This is the start of the alcohol experiment. And I really, for me, it's like, I want to know what my life will look like in 1 year, 12 months, 52 weeks, 365 days. Sorry for being so dramatic. I'm really not sorry, but whatever, however you see it, 1 year without alcohol in my life, because during this experiment, I'm seeing it for, okay, here go 28 days. Oh, okay, here go a little 15 days. Okay, here go this. You know, things are getting better. And hey, what Tupac say? Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. When I'm not fooling around with this stuff, I'm up. I'm up steadily. So I don't want to keep it long at all. It's New Year's Eve, y'all. I don't know where you are in the world, but for me right now in this moment, it's just new. And it's not about, oh, New Year, new me. It's just, listen, everything Annie Grace has to say, I have not completed this experiment. Okay, yes, two times I've went 28, 29 days without drinking, but I wasn't really embedding this information into my subconscious mind. So you'll kind of randomly be like, okay, let's drink some alcohol. Whoa, whoa, don't do that. And when you read this book, you're gonna understand, but this one is really what helped me get sober curious. Sober curious means it's just to, don't nail yourself to the cross for drinking alcohol, but more so just to be aware of, wow. And I'm telling y'all, I'm tired of this, my money not adding up because, excuse me, I'm in the red. Finances. You get in the red, you just stop, the first thing to go is your judgment, your ability to reason. So now you eating crazy. You go back to the liquor store. You buy some. You get a lady a $5 tip. Which that's cool, but listen, everything's accounted for right now, so we can't just be getting drunk and randomly giving out money. And it's not even about just giving out money. It's about just having a plan and a plan of action to accomplish that plan. And I'm there, y'all. It's like I'm it's time to become an adult. It's time to grow up. All right. What my homie D said, he said, everybody gets older, but not everybody grows up. Y'all, I've been getting older, and the only thing holding me back is the red. And I'm gonna close it out with this, and I'm gonna finish out these little bottles with y'all. Um, Joe Polish, man. You know, he's one of the creators of Genius Network. He says, listen, in life and in business, you really only have to do one thing. I like simplicity, y'all. Simplicity, Algebra was one of my favorite subjects. My teacher told me how to do it. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Boom, I had a recipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep this easy because this equation might look real complicated to you, but when you have a formula to do 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 do, got the answer. Dang. Joe Polish said, in life and in business, you only have to really figure out one thing. Okay? In business, he said it's going to be marketing. Regardless of what you're selling, whatever you're selling, whatever product, whatever service, whatever you are offering to, on an A to B transaction, marketing is going to be key to that. And I know that. I know that. Right? Boom. Okay, cool. He said in life, you have to figure out what it is for you. And for me is eliminating alcohol and get into what's deeper. You know what I mean? So y'all, it's done. Let's go ahead tee up, y'all. Happy New Year. It's 10:14 in Central Time right now. I'm in the Midwest city of Chicago right now. I actually just walked the beach, even though it's cold, but it's probably only like it got a little windy. But anyway, y'all, 2024. I really plan to spend a year so at a minimum, just for me to say okay. Because based on this, if I could remain sober for 12 months, my life will never be the same. Probably, maybe even less than 12 months. To be honest with you, I deserve it to myself. And I deserve it to y'all because I know it's a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters out there struggling with this thing that it's a party. Get high if you want to. No, we'll come kick it at the party. We not getting high. But, it is what it is. And so funny because it's been 10 days since my last binge was. And your body be so weak. You know what I'm saying? Like your skin start looking scaly and reptilian and it ain't glowing. The bags under your eyes increase. The your immunity goes down a lot, especially for me. Almost 15 years and 15 years in the game of drinking. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I used to always think that I don't want kids. I don't want a wife. Because just based off some things that happened to me, I feared women. For my reasons, women scared me, especially women with certain certain characteristics, because it remind me, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got bit by a pit bull, you just terrified of pit bull. A pit bull is one of the most friendliest dogs there is. Well, any dog could be friendly, but you get what I'm saying. I thought every pit bull I didn't even know pit bulls wag their tails, right? So what I'm saying is just mindset, y'all. Mindset. You know, first time I met a pit bull that was wagging his tail, I was confused. Like, what the heck is going on? So I was like, man, I don't want to commit to a woman. I went through a lot in childhood with my mother, who was just a human being woman, getting through it with kids. Me, I don't have kids. I just, I just be with, I just be with the bottle. You hear me? And I'm ready to stop. It's like I work, I go hard. Well, I go to work I work full time. And because of alcohol, things just be, and you think it's cool, you feel me? But you might go on a giant drop. You might, whoa, like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You know? And I just had that moment too. I'll talk about it on Undisclosed. But I'm here for you. Not only do I do this for myself, I do this as a testament for you, a case study, a case study. Like wow, Romeo Jones, he showed it. Like he was drinking for 14 years. He lost everything, lost everything. Amazing things, amazing people, lost it all, bro. Living in them gangways. You hear me? It ain't the projects, but God, dog, it might as well be. It's them buildings, bro. Live by all them buildings and just lost it all. Yo, real talk, real spirit. So uh, I'm going to get up out of here. I just wanted to shoot this and just say, hey, listen, this is where I'm at with it. Phone on 5%, by the way. So I want to wish you a happy new year. I wish this year brought you a lot of insight. And next year, I got some more case studies coming. Yep, I got some more case studies coming. Believe it or not, I love you, brother. I love you, sister. I don't have to know you to want to see you win and prosper and get the desires of your heart. You know, uh, hopefully it's coming from a pure heart, but that's way out of my department now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right, but I'm that's it. I'm gonna sign out here. Let's go ahead and see it. Go ahead and finish that off, huh? Yeah. And it's so crazy. We convince ourselves that alcohol tastes good. It's disgusting. It tastes like alcohol. I've smelled rubbing alcohol, and I know if I drink it, it got to taste something like that. You know, but we convince ourselves that it's an acquired taste. It's alcohol. So I'm out, y'all. I'll take my last little sips with y'all. A little bit of this beer left. Had me a little one. Earlier I had a pint, but I know the next 3 days about to be hell. So just want to shoot content and change my life, y'all. Cause I'm telling you. A life consumed by alcohol, it's gonna be a tough life. I don't want to say, ooh, that ain't a life worth living, but guys, listen, it's gonna be rough, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had a car that just it needed some struts or some shocks? You like, bro, if you get that ball joint, I promise you, your ride gonna be it's gonna be like night and day. You riding around with need new struts, ball joints messed, bro. Go on and get that handle, and it's gonna be a lot better. Period. So, salute, y'all. Clock read 10:21. That's what the phone say too, so it's accurate. I'm going, y'all. Romeo Jones. If you need anything, check out the links in the description below. I'm not hard to find. I'm out here.